This is my beta tank right here, which Dusty really loves. It's a low-tech tank. It's a little T5 bulb, no CO2, and very little fertilizer. And you can see my beta is very happy in there. Now this is my 8-gallon Aquascape that I'm really excited about, and I'll tell you why. I planted this tank a week ago. Okay, this is Rotella. It was tissue cultured. All these plants are tissue cultured, meaning you buy them in a little cup, a sealed cup, and they can sit on the shelf for weeks at a time in a little sort of gel solution. Anyway, so these are twice the height as the cup now in 1 week. Then there's the repens I planted in amongst the rocks there and under the spiderwood. On the spiderwood you can see the moss, the Taiwan moss I've tied on there. The bubbles in the background that you're seeing is this injected CO2. And you can see my outflow lily pipe, glass pipe there, and it flows the water, really good flow down, pushes the CO2 and helps saturate it into the water column. This is the Monte Carlo, the carpeting plant, which is growing well, as you can see. Beautiful. This is only 1 week with CO2 injection. Excuse me. And this lighting, this Kahiros lighting from Japan that I got, which is super high power and has like 7 settings on it. So your lighting, CO2, there's my drop checker right there. It tells me the level of my CO2 when it's bright green like that. When the CO2 is low, it goes blue, and when it goes too high, it goes a type of yellow. There's my one-way valve back there so the water doesn't back up down the line when it turns off at night. Yeah, it's really turning out to be a really nice project. And then I just added this Eheim surface skimmer, which is on an auto bar, which I'll show you in a second. And it skims the surface of the water at night so you get no protein buildup. Look at the crystal clear water. And this thing's totally silent, this little skimmer. Dusty there. Dusty really likes it, don't you, Dust? And then this is the cabinet that I built. I have a Fluval 206 with my CO2 injection, my CO2 art, dual stage gauges with a bubble counter there, and a solenoid that turns off automatically on my power bars. There, everything can be set to auto and timed at certain cycles and so forth. There's my fertilizers and so forth, and my journals, a little box for my journals for writing down reports and procedures, and lots of room in here. And then I got some of my supplies down here in my water change bucket. So overall it's a pretty nice little system. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So is Dusty. Hi, Dust. You like it, Dust? Yeah. Anyway, CO2 injection is amazing when you have it coupled with the right lighting and good flow. And also I should just mention in closing, the substrate is Tropica soil substrate with some granite rocks there and for the escaping.